get prepared. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. I was looking for my charger, and I do see it on the floor. I want to make sure that my computer is charged as I come to you. Oh, look, I'm coming to you guys all sloppily. A mess. Okay, well, whatever. It's a Monday. That's what it is today. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. How was your weekend? How are you doing this morning? How has your week started so far? Some of you, your week hasn't really started, right? It's not all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me turn this on. My phone on. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Is that good morning? Good. Etienne, I'm doing tea time, honey.
Oh.
Don't come over here with that this morning.
Huh?
Don't come over here.
Should I say hi?
No, don't come over here. Mind your business. Go get your work done.
What time is it? Say hi.
All right. Honey, please do not disturb my tea time. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Bernadette. Good morning. So, I have a question for us today. I have a thought question. Y'all like, what's new? You got a question every day, Kai. So this is my question. So I woke up, first of all, Kia ora, Suli. First of all, let me tell you, the dog woke us up this morning early, but not too early. He had a good night. And my son was like, okay, I took him out, Mom. Now can you be with him? Yeah, sure. It's almost 8 o'clock. I need to get up for a workout anyway. I need to get up, get my day started. So, I have these, oh my God, guys, it's no sun out here. I'm so tired. I have these 2 broken toes, right? So I decided I'm going to come to the workouts. I'm going to do whatever I can with my 2 broken toes. And as I joined, I realized I couldn't really do most of the stuff. Because of the broken toes and because of how I'm walking and hobbling and, limping more sometimes than not. More sometimes than the other. More at points, I'm limping more than at other points. So throughout the day, it hurts. It doesn't hurt so much. It hurts, whatever. Right? Anyway, so I realized as I was doing it that we have all of this. Give me a second. Etienne, please, what are you doing? He is resting.
Oh.
Leave him to rest. Leave him to rest. If you need something to do on your break, go outside, walk around the block.
Well, last time I looked at him, he was sleeping. Or he was awake.
Go walk around the block. Get some energy. Get your energy flowing. Get your blood flowing. Good morning, Adrian. Where have you been? We've been missing you at the table. Good morning, Rose. All right. Anyway, so the boy wants to come over here and jump into the conversation. We've talked, and I'm like, look, I want to include you in tea time, but you've got to learn how to dial it down just a little bit. If you can't dial it down just a little bit, you can't come to the tea time table. It's not all about you, son. Anyway, so I get up and I'm doing this workout, and I'm realizing that most of the exercises today, I really couldn't do because you know how much you really actually use your toes. Even when you don't think you're using your toes, you are using your toes. And I kept engaging my toes, and every time I would engage my toe, I'm like, ugh. As long as I just let it sit there taped up and don't do anything to it, I'm good. But as soon as I start trying to engage it, then, it hurts. Oh, awesome. Awesome. A good move. Did you move to a new home? Is it a good move? Travel. Right. You need your toes for balance and you engage them anytime your balance is off. Anyway. So I started thinking, well, at least I showed up. And then right after I started thinking, at least I showed up. I'm like, yeah, but you're laying on the couch and everybody else is working out. You're showing up and you're not really doing anything. So is it okay to just show up? Or, and I'm not asking this like this is not a rhetorical question. There are times when all of us have said, hey, at least I did it. At least I was there. At least I called. You might not have called and said anything anybody wanted to hear, and you still have the nerve to say, at least I called. Let's see. Pam, we're working on him understanding what I mean by dialing it down. I do give examples. We're working on that. His version is definitely different. Yeah, but is just at least I showed up, is that enough? Oh, no, Suli. The thing about it is you have to understand about my son is he's either at 0 or 360. There's no in between. And I can't take him at 360 at the day. I can't manage his 360 while I'm managing this conversation. I can't do both of those things. So if I can get him down to at least 180, and I'm not talking about a circle, right? I'm just using numbers. Is it enough to just at least I don't want the least of you. At least I called. At least I was there. No, I don't want the least of you. That's the thing. Kai, why are you giving the least of you to this workout? I know, right. Yes. I'll talk about that in a second, Suli. Yes, it's okay to show up. We will modify what you do. There's always a way, as Suli says. No, I plan to show up. I plan to show up, Pam. I plan to show up. But it's just, it really, I really was sitting there like, no, it is not okay to just say, at least I don't want all of you at the table. I don't want the least of you. Don't come towards me with the at least I was there, at least I did this, at least I called. If you called and didn't say anything positive, then don't keep your phone call to yourself. So the at least I called is not okay. The at least I showed up, you showed up and did nothing. You come to my barbecue, you don't bring any food, you don't help clean up, you don't bring me a gift, but you showed up. No, stay home. Is it better just to stay home? If you can't show up and show out every time, do you need to show up? Is it really even showing up? Let's even think about it. Is it even showing up? If you come and do something and you're not really there, you're laying on the couch talking about, okay. Look, where's the rest of what you're supposed to be doing? You can modify, Kai. You can modify better than this. Get your lazy ass up off that couch. Show up. Either show up or don't show up. Not at least I was there. At least you were there keeping the carpet, the couch warm while everybody else is getting up and down on the floor. What can I do to readjust my thinking so that I don't operate by that idea that at least I was there? When was the least of you acceptable? When is the least of you acceptable? And I get what you're saying, that sometimes that's all you have. No, it's never all you have. If you show up, show up. Show up. Now, if I showed up this morning, I would have done something, really. I would have modified and done better. But I was tired. I'm managing a puppy. I'm not wanting you to accept these excuses. I'm telling you what happened. I'm in the middle of trying to work out, trying to play with a puppy, and trying to monitor my foot. Was I really there? Was I even mentally there? If when I'm showing up, I'm managing all of these other things, have I actually showed up? Sometimes you need to allow that. For some, it may be all they can do to physically show up. The energy in the room helps the person to ultimately do more. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And what I'm saying is no. Show up. Show up. Show up mentally and physically. And I understand that if you are super depressed, if you know, maybe in that case, right, exactly. Your mind is not there, so you haven't actually shown up. Now, it's different. There have been times when I've been so low that the most I can do is come to the place, wherever it is, put a smile on my face, and I'm showing up physically. But my mind is there. I'm just not able to give what I normally could give. That's still showing up, and that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. So those times when you are so low or so stressed or so depressed or so whatever negative thought you need to throw in there, negative words you need to throw in there, negative description, so that it describes you when you are just coming. That's coming. That's not showing up. That's I came. Yeah, but if you came and if you come to if I invite you somewhere to do something and you come and you sit with your miserable looking face, pouting and upset because you're not really enjoying yourself, people aren't paying enough attention to you, what good is that to me? Because now I'm feeling all of your negative energy, negative vibes that you're shooting out there because you really are not comfortable. Stay your tail at home. I can't come because I can't show up today. I can't come because I'm not willing or able, or willing and able, to show up, to really show up, to really be there, be present in the moment, contribute everything that I have to contribute. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have a lot to contribute. It just means that you are contributing to whatever this environment is when you're showing up, right? So I say, show up and show out. Now I want to really start thinking about showing up should always be showing out. So to say I'm gonna show up and show out, whoa, that's repetitive, right? That's redundant. Right, I agree wholeheartedly. Be whole ass, not right. Show up. Let showing up always mean showing out, so that you don't have to say, "Oh, she showed up and showed out." No, she showed up. He showed up. There are definitely times when I wish some people would have just showed up for me. But it will always speak volumes to show up and be more present and engaged, waiting to be there. But Adrian, that's the thing is, what I need you to reword that is, there are definitely times when I wish some people would have just come for me. Come. Because if they are showing up for you, they are there, they are present, they are engaging. That's showing up for you. You understand what I mean? Showing up means I am here. I am here. I am doing whatever it is we're supposed to do. Even if I don't even understand what we're supposed to do, I'm about to jump in anyway. That's showing up for you. So if you want someone to show up for you, I agree. And you need to have people in your life who are willing to show up for you, whether it is their comfort zone or not. I used to have a friend in California who, well, I still have this friend. I'm changing my thought. I'm changing the story in mid story. I'm changing the story. So I have this friend, my brother, who doesn't like reggae soca music. And I'm the Caribbean dance queen. I mean, I'm not the queen, but I'm just saying it's in there. The Afro-Caribbean beats, Afro-Caribbean music moving. Oh, I need to go, wind down low. It fuels me. It gives me life. But when I was in the Bay Area, I didn't know very many people I know people who participate in the Caribbean culture vibe, but I wasn't necessarily, we weren't going out partners, right? And so the people that I would go out with all the time, they didn't like the kind of music I wanted to go listen to. They didn't want to go dance to Latin music. They didn't want to go salsa. They didn't want to go do the Afro-Caribbean thing. And if I'm going out dancing, that's what I want to do. I don't want to go hear some hip hop to dance to, whatever, listen to that in my car. But one day my kids were going out of town. No, this is when the older two were old enough to be on their own, but ATM was going to be out of town. And I had a day to myself. I had time. I could go out dancing. And I didn't have anybody to go out dancing with. And I reached out to my brother and I was like, please, I really need to go dancing. And he showed up. He showed up. That's not his music, yet he danced. It's not his music. It's not his scene. It's not his vibe. He came because he knew I needed it for my mental health. I needed it. And he showed up for me. That's showing up. That's somebody who comes and does. That's someone who comes to your house, brings something, helps you, engages in the party activities, helps you clean up afterwards. That's somebody who shows up for you. Somebody who comes and does something that they don't necessarily want to do, but it's for you, so I'm going to show up. But I agree, if someone shows up and looks miserable the whole time, was it worth it, right? Some of the wedding photos, I'm laugh crying. I know. You know what, Adrian? Look, I have pregnancy photos of me and the boy. And I mean, if the photo could tell the future, right, we weren't going to be together. But I looked so miserable in those photos. But I was miserable. I had a headache and I was pregnant. And pregnancy is not comfortable for me. But I understand, you look back at those pictures and you're like, really? You couldn't fix your face just for this photo? I was a band mom. I hate sports, but because Phoenix was in the band, I showed up and did little as possible. It was hell sitting through the home football games. Oh, you were coming. You weren't showing up. If you getting there and doing as little as possible, that's not showing up. Because remember, showing up from now on means showing out. And showing out doesn't have to mean any grand thing, right? It doesn't have to mean a grand thing. But you are not coming to somebody's function just to be catered to. I mean, maybe the California way, maybe the Michigan way, maybe the whatever else, New York way might be that, I don't know. But the Midwest way is you don't come just to be catered to. You come, you engage, you play, you participate, you help with the grill, you pick stuff up, you clean up, you do. I mean, that's the Southern way. That's the Midwestern way. I don't know about California, y'all. That's the part of California that I'm not. I recently decided not to attend a family event because I believe I'd have been more of a distraction for someone I love deeply than a help for the group overall. I missed everyone, but knew it was for the better. You know what? If you can't really show up, don't. And I, the thing is that I'm really processing this. I haven't really decided 100%. I'm processing it, and I'm asking you to process it because maybe it doesn't apply wholly, but let's just think about it. Do I want to give the least of me to people? Do I want to, at least I did this? I don't want to set the bar so low that people are satisfied with the least of what I do, the least of what I'm capable of, the least of what I'm able to contribute. I don't want the bar set that low. I want to always have the bar set at, okay, If I am going to go, I am going to be there. I am going to fully participate. And your fully participate may not be the same each time. Like, for example, I can fully participate in the workouts, but not do the same workout because I have 2 broken toes. But I'm still fully participating. I'm not laying on the couch. And just so you know, I was laying on the couch stretching and doing some stuff. I wasn't just laying there asleep, but I just did feel like I was not even giving 50%. I felt like I was only giving about 25%, and it just got me to thinking like, okay, you got to do better than that. I do whatever Z does because sitting and waiting for him was boring. Volunteer for everything. I was 100% was told to cool my cheering down in his soccer games. I was self-elected cheerleader. You know what? And I have been there. And when I first moved to, I feel bad if I don't give the best of me to anything. If I do, I go back and correct it if I can. I have to be mindful to not commit when I know I can't give my 100 exactly. That's the thing. That's what I'm getting to right now is don't settle for the least. When you start thinking about it, well, at least I did this. Stop yourself from that and process why you are okay with just giving your bare minimum. And then redirect that thought into how can I improve next time? How can I make sure that next time I actually show up? You have no idea what it's like with 30 kids calling you mom and they all need help plus yours. Mine, she kept sending kids to me. Look, I get it, Karen. I get it. I have been a school teacher at one point. Y'all didn't know that about me, but I was a school teacher. I do know the responsibility of having a classroom full of kids. But they weren't calling on me, they weren't calling me mom for sure. These were some little troublesome kids. Sometimes some people won't get started. Sometimes you get there and you are there and eventually you raise to the occasion. Yes, that's true. Every morning when I turn on the workout, I'm laying in the bed. I turn on the workout. I hear everybody working out, and then I get up and then I work out. It's motivational to hear them getting ready, right? So yeah, absolutely. I am not talking about times where you don't, we all have 100% to give, right? But that 100% is not a solid mark. It's not, it moves, right? So that 100%, the 100% that I have to give today may be very different from the 100% that I have to give tomorrow or than what I could have given yesterday. Your 100% is what you can do 100% today, which again, it's not going to be the same as tomorrow. What I could have done today is not what I can do tomorrow. The point is, don't be okay just giving 10%. Give 100% of what you have to give at that time. Don't allow yourself to say, well, at least I just did this. At least I did this. No. Did I do the most that I could do at that time? That's what needs to be the measure. Not the least, the most. What's the most I could have done? What is the most I could have done? And did I do that? So when you're showing up to somebody's place and you're like, well, at least I'm here. Okay, but what's the most? What's the most? Well, the most I could do is actually smile, actually talk to people, actually look not miserable. It's important to be inclusive. If someone comes, you're embracing them, maybe what helps them give more. Look, people, look. I hear what everybody is saying and I get it and I don't disagree with you, but I'm not talking about what you're giving to them. I'm talking about what you are bringing as the guest, not as the host. As the host, I'm giving 100%. I'm opening up my space. I'm feeding you. I'm smiling at you. I'm welcoming you in. I'm playing games with you. I planned it. As the host, I've already given 100% plus, right? I'm talking about you showing up as the guest. It's not my job to lift you. Though it is my job to lift you, right? Because I am my sister and brother's keeper. I get it. But don't bring your depressed ass to my party and sit there refusing to participate. Either show up or don't. Show up or don't. Look, you can be miserable, you can be depressed, and you can need that social interaction. Then go and show up for that social interaction. Sometimes the most is that they show up, but you're not getting that. To me, it's not showing up if you are not giving your most. You just came to the location. I hear what you are saying, but if the most that you can do is just walk in the door and sit miserable, stay home. Stay home. Really, that's how I feel. If you cannot come in, put a smile on your face, and engage in the activities that are going on wherever you're going, then stay home. Sometimes showing up can turn into something positive for you or someone else. Okay, listen, you are not going to win this argument. It's not an argument. You are not going to, because you're not seeing what I'm saying. You're not seeing the point, Mom. The point is, wait, that wasn't Mom. That was Karen. Karen, you're not seeing it. You're not seeing the point. You guys are digging your heels into accepting that you are willing to give the least of you. That's what you're doing. You're digging your heels into that. And I want you to undig your heels. Stop digging your heels into, well, sometimes that's the most you can do. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's what you have conditioned yourself to believe, that it's the most that I can do is just come, so that's what I'm going to do. But what burden are you putting on someone else by giving if your most is just sitting on the couch looking miserable? What burden have you brought into the environment for everybody else to deal with because your most is sitting on the couch looking miserable? No, it's not, Elaine. As the host, it is your job to recognize your friend's place at the moment and including them. That's what I'm saying. Keep your miserable ass at home. That's the point. That's the point. You are if you show up and you're not really willing to show up, if you come, but you're not willing to show up, you are putting a burden on your host that is not fair for you to do as a friend. Why would you want to burden your host with trying to lift your spirits? It's not my responsibility to lift your spirits. Lift your own damn spirits. I just remember years of depression and I wanted to hide, and I was encouraged just to show up, and eventually that depression started to go. But Rose, did you just show up and look miserable sitting on the couch while everybody else is laughing and playing? Again, showing up may be that you just at least smiled and at least talked to people. For you, during that depression time, that was showing up for you. But you didn't just come and sit on the couch and look miserable so that now everybody else in the room is like, what's wrong, Rose? How are you doing, Rose? Are you okay? Do you need help with anything? Keep that mess at home. The moment you decide to be involved in an activity. Okay, well, church, that's different. You can go miserable to church. Look, girl, I done sat in the pew and bawled my eyes out. In church, you really can go as however, okay? I didn't talk. I really want to be in the world. Yeah, that's church, though. That's different. I'm talking about going to activities with your friends. You know, come on. Understand what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Erica. Erica says, I get you, God. Thank you. I get what you're saying. Give 100% at all times. Right, Karen. Right. Yes, but Rose, that's church. That's church. And at church, you can crawl in there. You can crawl in there, bawling your eyes out. Yes. But now if your friends invite you to a barbecue and you come sitting on the couch looking miserable, at least put a smile on your face. Maybe showing up for you that day is that you smiled. You were able to get a smile. That's still showing up. What I'm saying, guys, is that your showing up will look different at different times in your life, but don't settle for the least that you can do. Always strive to give the most in any particular circumstance, any particular situation. I'm saying I could have done more, but I didn't. I was like, well, at least I'm here and I was fine. I was comfortable. That's just like your kids saying, well, I got to see. Yeah, but you're just trying to pass or you're trying to excel? Which one are you trying to do? Show up. You at this table, show up. And showing up will look different depending on what's going on. But just be committed to show up. Not to come, but to show up. In every endeavor, in every situation, whether it's for yourself or for someone else. The workout, that's not showing up for anybody else. It's showing up for myself. In everything that you do, show up. Show up for yourself. Show up for your family. Show up for your friends. Show up for yourself. Because your friend Robert was right, Rose. If you show up for yourself, if you come, you're going to get the positive energy. And Elaine, that's what you're saying. People come and they get the energy, but come with the commitment to give all that you can give, not just to show up. Not just to come. Good morning, Alicia. Understand that when you go, so you're invited, put the person who is depressed in the corner where they can be present while not being fully engaged. Okay, but Mom, if you came to my house, you still aren't getting it. It's not my job to undepress you. Okay? It's not my job to do that. I am not going to put baby in the corner. You're not supposed to put baby in the corner. Okay? A Dirty Dancing reference for any of you that didn't pick that up. Anyway, Mom, this is the thing. Don't come to my event if you are depressed and will need to sit in the corner. So let's just put that out there. If I invite you somewhere and you are going to need to sit off in the corner by yourself, frowned up, don't come. If that's the most you can give, I don't want it. Let me just be clear about that. I am not that friend. Don't bring your miserable tail to my house and sit in the corner depressed, unengaged, because that is going to stress me the hell out. Because I am going to spend my whole party trying to figure out how to get you engaged, how to lift you. Keep your miserable tail at home. Now, if you're depressed and you just need to see people and you're going to come and smile at least and participate minimally, that may be all that you can do is participate minimally, fine, come on. Get some of our good juju vibes. That's fine. But we've all had that person come into the room and sit there. Now everybody has to go over to them. Oh, what's wrong? How are you? What's going on with you? You don't look so. Everybody, we've all had that person that's come and tried to get the good juju vibes, but really just wants pity. Keep your tail at home. Either give me your all or don't give me anything. Period. Let's just put it there. You also get permission to show up for you. I always get motivated by others giving their 100%. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you can tell someone that you aren't feeling the best and you want to cancel. Then the pleading starts. You never come. It's okay. You'll feel better. Fine. Be that way. The list is endless, so you go anyway. No, because you're doing what's right for you. You don't have to go anyway. Show up for yourself before you show up for anybody else. And if showing up for yourself means that you don't need to go, then don't go. Show up for yourself first. Right, not your responsibility. Right. Have your boundaries set. Have your boundaries established. Show up for yourself before you worry about showing up or coming to other people's events. Don't let somebody pressure you into doing something that you're not comfortable doing. If you're not comfortable, that's it. Don't do it. Period. Period. We are not settling for the least. We are striving for the most. We are at this table striving to always give the most that we can give in that moment. And recognize that your most today is not going to be your most yesterday or your most last year or next year. Your most will continue to change over time, but always, and it will go up and down, right? Just give your most. Don't be laying on the couch talking about, well, at least I'm here. And don't come to my place talking about, girl, at least I showed up. Don't come empty-handed to a bring your own drinks or to a potluck. Don't come empty-handed to a potluck ready to fix a plate of food that everybody else brought. Talking about at least I showed up. No, you didn't. You came for some food. You want to show up, go to the store. Store's right across the street. Go to the store, get some food, bring it. Because, it's a potluck at my house. You show up empty-handed. I'm going to stop you at the door like, look, what did you bring? You didn't bring anything? Fine, go back. When I was in California, the store was literally across the street, and I would send some people, go to the store. You know what? Fine, you didn't bring anything. I need bread. Go across the street, get some bread. Get enough for everybody. I'm going to teach y'all some manners. Anyway, think about it. Think about what is acceptable for you. I don't have an answer to this. You could bring ice, soda. Exactly, Rose. Thank you, showing up empty-handed. No, you didn't show up. You just came. Think about what your boundaries are. Think about whether it is okay for you to just be there. That's the least that you can do, just to physically be there. Or can you give the most in that moment, which means that, maybe you can modify. Maybe your energy isn't where it usually is, but you can at least engage in conversation. What's the most that you can do in any given moment? And when you find yourself saying, well, at least I want you to stop that thought and say, what was the most I could have done? I don't like large groups. They make me nervous and uncomfortable. That includes family gatherings, so I'm often not happy, and it shows. Well, you got to work on that. Stop going to those large functions then. Karen, you got to work on it. You have to work on it. Put a smile on your face. You don't have to walk around with a big cheesy grin, but work on it, right? We're not digging our heels into what's not good for us. We are only trying to dig into what's good for us. So that's something we need to work on. Especially if you love your friends and family, you might want to show up for them every now and again. No, Karen, you didn't show up if you are there looking miserable, remember? You didn't show up, you just came. Y'all know I'm always at this table redefining stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go because I need to show up for the rest of my workday. Did you say not going to happen? Okay, well, Karen, no, I'm challenging you, girl, to stop with that. I ain't doing it. Work on it, Karen, work on it. All right, anyway, guys, you guys have a wonderful, glorious day. I'm missing Steve on the feed today. Where is Steve? I will be reaching out to Steve. Good morning, Marty. Good morning. I will be reaching out to Steve. I wanted to start this conversation, but didn't do it. I wanted to start this conversation with this. Bina's caramel business is up and running. So order your caramels from Bina. Bina, can you post your information on the page so that people can order caramels from you? Suli's Airbon business. I had to think of the spelling so I could get the pronunciation close. Yeah, exactly. He's out making trouble for real. Suli's Airbon business is up and going. Suli, post a link to your Airbon something so people can connect either to your sales or to information or something so people can connect. Sully's Air Bomb business is up and going. I'm ordering today some of the Green Plus or Digestion Plus. I'm ordering some of the Digestion Plus. I want to try that. And then eventually I think I want to get, I saw your face mask looking off horrible on the picture with the face mask. Oh, Marty, we'll have to have lunch if you have time. I know you out here doing big things. I know you'll be busy. Anything larger than 7, I panic. Oh, okay. Work on it, Karen. Work on it. We can all work on our fears and insecurities. Caramel and my nutrition products. Yes, balance. And then get up and work out in the morning. Balance. Life is about balance. I want the caramels, fine. I got to work out and I got to get the nutrition products. I am supporting Bina's caramel business because her caramels are good. They're delicious. My son ate them all up. They're not for me because they're not dairy free, but I'm supporting the business because she's at our table and her caramels taste delicious. So I'm going to support, and I will gift them to somebody, or I will, or the boy will eat them up. The nutrition stuff. Elaine's book is ready. Order her book. We're gonna start the book club in October, and we'll do. Probably at the end of October we will have a book club meeting. Just one. I realized that we can't do a book club meeting every weekend, so probably the last Sunday of the month we'll do our book club for what we've read that month. And so I'll put the readings out, the chapters, whatever it is. I'll put that out at the beginning of October. And then what else? If somebody else is doing something at the table I wanted to talk about, don't forget my son's candle business is still up and going. He needs to get on, and we've talked to him. I've talked to the 12-year-old about, dude, you haven't been marketing or anything. You need to get it going. We have that. I think I'm missing someone. If I am sorry. This weekend, this is what it was. This weekend, we're doing our paint and party or whatever, paint sipping virtual. We're doing that this weekend on the 19th. So if you have not ordered your canvas already, make sure that you get your canvas in. Post what again, Sully? Get your, the candles? I'm not sure. Post what again? Get your canvases for the paint party. Not with you guys because you're my sisters of us. Okay, great, Karen. You know we love you, Karen. Paint and sip. So we're going to be doing that this weekend. I know a lot of us have already gotten our canvases. Oh, the candle business. Okay, I'll have him post that. Today. He's supposed to be working on it. I've told him I'm not going to keep posting. He's got to do it himself. So he's had a little bit of a lull, but he's 12. So I think I've hit everybody's. I'll also post some cocktail recipes, virgin and not. Okay, great. Yes, that would be fabulous, Sully. That would be fabulous. So thank you guys for showing up at the table. I appreciate you. I appreciate you allowing me to process through the thoughts, process through how we can shape and reshape and shape and reshape and shape and reshape our thinking, all with the purpose of becoming better at ourselves. Better with ourselves, better for ourselves, better at being ourselves, right? These are always conversations just to challenge where your thoughts are. You don't have to accept my definition of showing up or showing out. You can still say I showed up and showed out. I'm probably still going to say that, but I guarantee you that from this point forward, I'm going to be thinking, okay, I don't want to give the least. I want to give the most. So I don't want to keep settling for, at least I. Don't settle for that. Have a wonderful, glorious day. California, be safe. Breathe easy. Breathe easy. Please breathe easy. Stay in. Stay out of the bad air quality. I will see you guys here same time tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. And keep your physical distance, but connect. I'll see you guys tomorrow.